From failure to fame. The story you need to hear. Every success story has a beginning, and most of the time, that beginning doesn't look anything like the fairy tales people imagine. There are no red carpets or viral moments, no overnight miracles or golden opportunities handed on a silver plate. Most stories of greatness start in the darkest places: rock bottom, heartbreak, failure, rejection. But it's in those very moments, when everything feels like it's falling apart, that something powerful begins to form. This is not just a story about fame, it's a story about failure. The kind that breaks your heart, shatters your confidence, and forces you to look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I really meant for this? The answer is not always clear at first. The road from failure to fame is not straight, and it's definitely not smooth. But it's real, and this is the story you need to hear. It's about hitting walls so hard you can't breathe. It's pouring everything you have into something and watching it fall apart anyway. It's rejection emails, empty bank accounts, silent phones, and sleepless nights. It's seeing other people succeed while you feel like you're being left behind. It's walking into a room full of people who don't know your name, don't care about your effort, and don't believe in your potential. And yet, in that failure lies the seed of something transformative, something that can't be faked or fast-tracked. Because when you fail, you learn. When you fail, you grow. And most importantly, when you fail and still keep going, you become dangerous. The truth is, no one who's ever made it to the top got there without falling. The difference between those who made it and those who didn't isn't talent, it's endurance. The ability to get up one more time. To try again when everyone expects you to quit. They were doubted, dismissed, laughed at. But they kept going. They stayed in the fight long enough for the tide to turn. And when it finally did, the world saw what they had seen in themselves all along. But let's not skip over the hard parts. That rise, slow, lonely, uncertain, is the part no one talks about enough. There are moments during that climb that feel unbearable. When the vision in your head doesn't match the results in front of you. When you begin to think maybe the world was right, maybe you were foolish to dream this big. You'll look at others who took easier paths and feel envy, feel doubt. But those moments are tests. Tests to see if you're truly committed. If your belief in yourself runs deeper than applause. If your work ethic is stronger than your insecurities. Because fame, real fame, lasting fame, is never the product of ease. It's born in pain. It's sculpted in silence. There's a strange beauty in failing publicly. In falling down where others can see. It forces you to face your ego, your pride, your fear of being judged. And once you face those fears, they lose their grip. You stop living to impress others and start living to fulfill your purpose. You stop caring about opinions and start focusing on progress. You stop chasing validation and start building legacy. That's when things begin to shift. Not immediately, and not loudly, but deeply. Because when you know what it feels like to be broken and still find a reason to keep going, nothing can shake you. You start to realize that failure didn't come to destroy you. It came to shape you. To strip away the noise. To refine your focus. To sharpen your instincts. It came to remove what wasn't real and leave behind only what matters. The fame, when it comes, is just a byproduct. The real win is who you become in the process. The fame becomes an echo of your perseverance, a symbol, not the source, of your worth. And make no mistake, the day will come when the world starts to notice. It won't be when you expect it, and it won't be how you imagine. It might be a video you almost didn't post, a line you almost deleted, a project you nearly gave up on. Suddenly, people will say things like, "You blew up overnight," or, "You're an inspiration." They won't know how many nights you cried alone. How many times you almost walked away. How many sacrifices you made that no one will ever see. But you'll know. And that knowing will give you a quiet kind of power, a deep inner peace that fame alone can never provide. Fame isn't the destination. It's a spotlight on your resilience. It's the world finally clapping for what you built in the dark. It's recognition, not redemption. Because you never needed to be saved, you just needed to be seen. But before the world could see you, you had to see yourself. You had to believe in your voice before anyone listened to it. You had to commit to your path before anyone cared where it led. And now that you're rising, you do so with a foundation no one can shake. Because it wasn't handed to you. You earned every inch. The beauty of going from failure to fame is that you remember the truth. You remember what it's like to be invisible. You remember the hunger, the grind, the people who ignored you, the friends who left, the doubt that nearly drowned you. And because you remember, you led differently. You moved differently. You don't let success inflate your ego or make you forget your roots. Instead, you use your platform to reach back and pull others up, to become the voice for the ones still fighting in the dark. So if you're in that place right now, failing, struggling, wondering if it's all worth it, let this be your reminder. Your story isn't over. This is just the middle. The ugly, unglamorous middle that every legend had to push through. Don't let failure convince you that you're unworthy. Don't let it trick you into playing small. Your pain has a purpose. Your setbacks are part of the setup. The longer you stay in the fight, the sweeter the victory will be. And when it comes, it will mean more than you ever imagined, not because of the fame, but because of the fire you walked through to get there. This is the story you need to hear. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Because someone out there right now is on the verge of giving up. Someone is questioning their worth, their talent, their future. If that someone is you, don't stop. You are not your failures. You are the strength that rises in spite of them. You are the quiet persistence that refuses to die. You are the next great story the world hasn't discovered yet. And when they finally do, you'll be ready. Not because you waited for their approval, but because you built yourself in the silence. Because you embraced the struggle, learned from the losses, and found your fire in the failure. From failure to fame, that's your journey, and this is just the beginning. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.